What's going on, everybody? So I wanted to do something kind of cool, switch it up a little bit, and I want to answer your guys' questions that you're sending in either through my DMs or through text. So let's get right into it. First question, I don't know if you're actually getting these, but do you think I can grow a brand even when I have less than 100 followers on IG? It's mostly friends and family too. Great question. Yes, I am getting this, obviously, so I appreciate you sending in your question. Yeah, you can definitely grow a brand with less than 100 people. I think the problem comes in when we start to compare, right? When we start to compare ourselves to the people with hundreds of thousands and millions of followers. Realistically, you only need 1,000 loyal fans or 1,000 loyal followers to start to build that influence, or actually to be even considered influential, I should say. Now, even if you have less than 100 people, you gotta the way to build, the way that I got to my first 1,000 was to form a relationship one at a time, was to actually, and it is the long way to build. And I just honestly, just out of pure not knowing what the hell I was doing, is how that ended up to be. But what you have to do is to build genuine relationships with the people that are interacting and following. A lot of people are just going to follow you just for the hell of it. There's going to be people that actually don't even follow you, don't even do none of that, and they're just going to be taking in your content in the background. It happens. It's happening right now, right? So yes, you can definitely build a following from less than 100 people, even if most of them are your friends and family. That's totally cool. All you have to do is stay true to you and start talking about the things that you are actually passionate about, and the 3 or 4 things that kind of combine to make you that unique person that you are. So great question. Let's go into the next one. I'm not sure what my brand would be about, but I have a lot of things I want to talk about, but I don't know if it's too much. What do you think? Yeah, that's perfect. These questions are actually building off of each other perfectly. Let me read that one more time. Talk about too much. Oh, you have a lot of things you want to talk about, and you're not really sure which one you should pick to be your brand, because you just want to go all in on one, right? I literally had the same challenge. I was, like I've said, I came from a law enforcement background, so very tactical, weapons, guns, all that stuff, very warrior type mentality, and I loved it. But again, that was only a little sliver of who I was. I had a passion for personal development. I like talking about deep stuff. I like music. I like, all these different things about me. And I'm like, which brand should I be? Should I be the warrior me? Should I be the creative me? Should I be the entrepreneur me? The podcast host me? Which one should I be? And I kind of answered this with the last question. If you can pick 3, max 4 of those topics, chances are, one, there's going to be a lot of overlay. Within those 4, there's going to be a lot of connections you can make in between. And within those 4, you can expand those out to a range of different topics and content that you want to put out there. Now, why do I say 3 or 4? Any more than that, you're going to start to confuse people, right? Like, it's one thing to be true to yourself, and it's one thing to just put a brand out there that's talking about all this random stuff and there's no structure to it. Now, it may take some trial and error. Let me take that back. It will take some trial and error. You would have to go back, kind of reassess. Do I really want to talk about this? Or maybe do I want to talk about this more like on the secondary, every now and then type of thing? And yeah, so talk about your business, talk about your brand, talk about the things you have a passion about, because that's what's going to build your personal brand. All the other stuff you can kind of sprinkle throughout your stories, throughout your feed, whatever. But the key here, no matter what 3 or 4 you pick, is just to be true to you. All right, I hope that helped. I hope that wasn't too complicated. And I'm going to answer one more. Okay, let me, hold on. It's not opening up. Crap. Okay. It seems like you don't care what other people think of you. Were you always like that? And don't think am I reading this? Were you always like that? And don't think that turns people off from your brand. I'm sorry, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but that was like, seems like you don't care what other people think about you. We're always like that. No, I was not always like that. And I think that turns people off from your brand. Does it turn people off from your brand? Okay, I think I get what you're asking. Yes and no. So no, I wasn't always like that. I mean, I think subconsciously I was a people pleaser, even though I didn't think I was. My actions and my habits definitely didn't align, and I was definitely a people pleaser. Now, do I think that turns people off from my brand? Yes, but that's what I want. Okay, so yes, it will turn people off, but here's the thing. The goal, 50% of people, and I've said this multiple times. I say this to my clients all the time. I say this on the podcast. So there's a lot of free stuff there, right? So 50% of people are gonna like you. 50% of people are gonna hate you. The goal is to take that 50% of people that like you and make them love you. Chances are, not all 50% are going to love you. Maybe 20%, maybe 10% are only gonna love you out of that whole 50%, right? So you have to be okay with that. Excuse me. When you're true to you, when you're building a brand about your beliefs, your passions, the things that make you unique, by nature, you're going to attract people who have that similar passion, and you're also going to repel people who don't. Focus on the people that like your stuff. Focus on the people that support you. Focus on the people that are like you, because all those people that don't like your content, who never like, who never comment, who talk their crap, all that stuff, don't worry about pleasing them, because you're not going to please everyone. You know, the goal of creating this personal brand is to create something that is more laser focused, right? If you try to please everybody, you're going to end up pleasing nobody. But when you know who you attract, you know that ideal client, you know that one person, you know that you can help without a shadow of a doubt. You can imagine that person, that you know that's the person I want to help. That's the person I want to reach out to. When you can imagine that person and you understand their needs and you understand the problems that are going through their head, that they're going through in life, that's how you create content for that person, not everybody else. Okay, so I hope these helped. I hope that these 3 questions were helpful for you, that gave you guys value. And for everyone that's turning in questions, thank you so much. These are a lot of fun. Some of these I had to reach way back for, because I have a lot that I'm behind on, but it's fun. So I definitely want to continue making videos like this, engaging with you guys more, and just kind of putting myself out there more as well, because I always said public speaking was one of my fears, and me doing these videos and creating this type of content is a way to, I don't know, like, I guess desensitize some of that fear. And really that's the whole key to life, right? Like, I've said this multiple times. Some of my best memories have been after I've attacked fear, after I ran into that house, after I chased a bad guy, right? After the fact, after fear, sometimes those best times and best memories in your life appear. So that's what I'm doing now. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I'm looking forward to answering more of your questions. Just send me a DM. And for all of you guys that still have my old text number, I know I took it off my profile. I may put it back on, but I got to get through some of your messages first. Let's keep sending them, and I'll get to you guys soon. All right. Have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.